Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, and welcome to our segment, Your Health, Your Wealth. Our topic for today is about counterfeit drugs. For that, we are hosting Dr. Wael Al-Qasim. He's the General Manager of MSD Company in Saudi Arabia. Welcome, Dr. Wael, to our show, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Wael, what do we mean by counterfeit drugs?
Okay, this is a very good question, basically. Counterfeit, it doesn't apply only for drugs. It applies for any item, any brand, and any product. So, but basically, it's faking a brand or faking an item. So even it can apply into a car spare parts, for example. If you have an imitation for an original part from spare parts, that can be a counterfeit.
Just to make it clear for our viewers, generic medications are different from counterfeit drugs. Just to clarify, what is the difference, Dr. Wael?
Okay, pharmaceutical companies, they have patented products or brands. These brands, you know, it takes a long time to come into market, and for patients, it takes like from 10 to 15 years and cost for 1.3 billion. These products, it takes patency period of time, which takes 20 years. Now, after 20 years, these companies, the innovative companies, they give the license for other companies to have a generic brands or generic products for this original brand. So, but it has the same specification, the same efficacy, and this is exactly imitating or the same brand with the same active ingredient and everything. So this is a generic. Now, the counterfeit product, which is a fake product basically, it is exactly like the brand. It is similar to the brand in terms of physically. So you will have the same face, the same carton, the same name, the same logo, but basically it is not a product. It can be, it is fake. It doesn't have the active ingredients.
So the active ingredients are completely different.
Of course, definitely. This is one of the things. And the source, it doesn't know what is the source of this brand or this product, basically. So that's why it's becoming a fake, and we call it a counterfeit.
Oh, this is very dangerous, actually, and it is threatening.
Of course.
So how big is the counterfeit market in the world?
If you talk globally, and this is basically depend on the in the region, in the continent, in the country. Based on the WHO, the World Health Organization, it can reach up to 50% counterfeit medicine. It is huge. It is big. And if it comes into money-wise, you can talk about 70 billion US dollar. So the market is huge. The market is big, and it is increasing almost around 13% year by year. So it's huge.
So why is the counterfeit market so large?
You know, there are basically three main reasons. The first reason is that when the market, there is no regulations and there is no rules, and so it becomes like loose, the regulations and rules. The second thing, the supply chain of any product. You know the supply chain? Yes. When the product, it becomes manufactured from the manufacturer site, and it comes to the distributor or to the other countries, and from that distributor to the wholesaler, from the wholesaler to the retailer, from retailer to the pharmacy, from the pharmacy to the patient or to the people. You know, all this supply chain, if it's not regulated and if it's not controlled, that can penetrate the gap or create a gap for people or counterfeiter, what we call them, to play around and to enter the counterfeit. This is the second thing. And the third thing, basically, awareness. People, they don't believe or they don't think there is a counterfeit product. They think always it's available, the brand product.
The brand product.
Or the original product, let's say. So they believe that this is the brand, this is the original, and it doesn't come into their mind that these products are counterfeited. And I'm not talking here about patients or people, normal people, even regulators or authorities or concerned authorities, sometimes they don't pay attention. So awareness, lack of awareness can create the issue of enlarge the counterfeit
Absolutely,
market.
I agree with you that awareness is a very important issue. But on the other hand, are there any signs or anything we can inform our viewers that they can realize if this drug is counterfeit or it's not original or fake?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is the awareness. There are a lot of techniques that can appear and diagnose that these products are not original and are not and are counterfeited. For example, in MSD, there are a lot of techniques. If you see the back of the product, you will see the outer cartoon, the inside leaflet, the blisters itself, the logo, and the way it's written on the product. We have techniques and machines that indicate if this product is original or not. There are a lot another products that can create the tablet itself. It is very highly automated and computerized, and gives a 3 dimensions category in the computer itself. Can gives you if the tablet, if it's original or not, or it is fake or counterfeit. And there are also another techniques can define the chemical itself if these products are original or not. So there are a lot of techniques that can create or can diagnose the product if it's counterfeited or original.
You in MSD and other pharmaceutical companies participated in the counterfeit drug conference that was held in Riyadh. So what do you hope to achieve from this conference?
Of course, this is this problem. It's becoming globally. It's an issue, and we want just to create an awareness among the authorities and the concerned people, and just to tell them that this phenomena is appearing in the globe. And there is a problem, and they have to realize it, and they have to know it. So now, under the umbrella of the Chamber of Commerce, we have, and the umbrella of Saudi FDA and Ministry of Health and other concerned, like the customs and the private sector and the private hospitals and the private pharmaceutical companies, we have a meeting and conference discussing this subject and explaining what counterfeit, how counterfeit can enter into the market, and we try to close all these gaps because this is important for us and important for patients, important for people. This is
basically awareness, creating awareness. But what other strategies can be also done to address this growing problem? Are there any other strategies?
Of course, because collaboration, I believe it's very important. Collaboration locally in all these authorities, collaboration internationally, because the products come also from outside. We have to collaborate all these sectors together and to minimize the gap of counterfeiting any medicine or any drug. That's why all these authorities or concerned people, they have to have more collaboration, more awareness to prevent or to close the gap of any counterfeit products.
Can you tell us, Dr. Wael, what are the most counterfeited drugs?
You know what? I cannot tell you that the most, because it's, believe or not, all the products are counterfeited. All the products.
It's all of them?
All of them, all of them. Because, it's an organized crime. And these criminals, they don't think about what is the most product or whatever. They want to generate money and that's it. So they look at the products which is fast-moving items or more expensive items or whatever, and they don't care. As far as these products will generate money to them, they will counterfeit.
So what is the advice, or what are the things that people should be looking for in their medications so that they can differentiate or not to be misled by the counterfeit drugs?
You see, it's too much to ask from the public what to do and not to do. It's too much for the patient to see and to tell them, look, you have to look into the product, you have to, we don't want to scare people because it's not that an issue. Okay, but the thing is, you have also to realize if there is anything that you have a doubt at least for the medicine that you are using, definitely you have to go back, return it back. You have to talk to the authorities, especially if that product is open or torn, or maybe if it's sealed, it is open from sealing. So these are the things, but there is nothing specific they have to go. Now, the authorities like the customs and the health authorities, Ministry of Health, they have to have a special training and awareness and to identify how is the counterfeit exactly, which is the original and which is the counterfeit. And this is, they have to pay attention a lot, so to identify which one is one. And then from these entries, we can identify and know exactly that the products are safe for public and for people.
Would the pharmacist know that this drug is a counterfeit drug, or some of them even ignore this, the facts?
They don't ignore, because once the country or once the market is very much regulated, and the pharmacists, they are working in the field, and the people work in the field, if they are honest enough and sincere, definitely there is no
Can they be fooled with the counterfeit drug, or they are trained enough so that...
It's not trained enough. That's why we need to create more and more campaigns and do more awarenesses, just to explain to these specialists and pharmacists and other in healthcare providers, to tell them how is the counterfeit look like and how it is from original and from the fake products. So for them to identify it, because believe or not, it is very difficult sometimes how professional they can imitate the original product. You cannot even identify it. It's very difficult. That's why you have to use machines. Someone who is a really
specialist. Or
exactly, exactly.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Wael, for joining us today in our program, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, we will go now to a short report and come back to continue our program. Stay with us.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, dear viewers. That was Dr. Muna Sanan with her segment Your Health, Your Wealth, along with Dr. Wael Al-Qasim, talking about the dangers of counterfeit drugs and their prevalence within our community. Now, as Dr. Wael said, that the counterfeit drugs can range in all types, from aspirins to any other kind of drug. So if there is a drug that you know specifically, I mean, don't get it from the mini mart that's next to your house. Get it from the pharmacy, a well-known pharmacy that has numerous branches, and that's pretty much a well-known pharmacy that you know will provide you with genuine drugs. That's the best way to go. Even if it's an aspirin, you would be amazed at how many counterfeit aspirins are in the streets. With the tougher regulation, hopefully we will find a decrease in those drugs. And there has been a regulation now that prohibits the sale of drugs at mini-marts, but still you'd find some sold, and some people unfortunately buy them from the sock box. It's a box that's supposed to be for socks, yet they buy the aspirin from that box. So there's a very big need for awareness for the general safety of people.